Welcome! Today we are going to play Binding of Isaac on a fresh save. We have no deaths, no kills, no items, no secrets, no endings, nothing. No characters unlocked. So of course we're going to roll with Isaac and see how things go. So as a couple of you may know, I did have some other Isaac runs up. The audio and video, I kept messing up things. I didn't have a good mic, I didn't know what I was doing, I had bad settings on my video stuff. So I believe I'm going to wipe those out and just start over. Then I had an issue where my save game went crazy and I had to restart anyway, so it's like, you know, now that things are fixed, instead of fixing them as of like episode, 12 or 15 or whatever it was, let's just start over and see if we can die in one of the first rooms. Because that's a thing. So, I think the biggest thing here for me was going to be not just resetting the series if I record like 2 of them and die right away. Just say if you die, you die. And that's how it is. If your win-loss record is atrocious, that's Binding of Isaac. It's like I forgot how it used to be back whenever, you would die 500 times before you ever remob the first time. Now we're just having all the cool items from like Wrath and all. Let's go ahead and spend our bomb here. Trying to die by the troll bomb. Okay. A couple more bombs, got a key. No point in going to that shop because we don't have 7 cents. So a secret room. And we have lots of money, so now there is reason to go to that shop. Because now we have more money that we have to do with. If you are new to Isaac, which if any of my friends actually decided to watch this, because I don't think more than 1 or 2 of them play Isaac. As you can see, it's a top-down shooter kind of thing. We play as Isaac. It's like the old school Zelda stuff. You come into a room, it locks the doors behind you, you kill everything in the room, and you can leave. That's how it goes. There's a treasure room, which is what that crown looking thing on the map up there is, which gives you a free item per floor. You need a key to get into it, except for on this floor, it was just open. There's a shop per floor that you also need a key to get into, which has wonderful things in it. I actually want both those items. So in here, there's usually 1 item that's 15 cents. Here there are 2, which is nice, for more choice. Sometimes they're on sale for 7 cents, which is why I said earlier 7 cents might be enough to get us something. If I said that, I thought it. Now I said that, I don't know if I actually mentioned it out loud or not. So these are the compass and Mom's contact. Mom's contact slows things down, sometimes when you shoot them. But the compass tells us where all the items are even before we found them. So I think that is more worth it. Usually you don't get enough money on the first floor to even go to the shop, so I feel like we're doing well. And I forgot what the doctor's remote does, so maybe I'll use that next floor and not mid-boss fight like I was about to do just now. Like, does it teleport you somewhere? Is that what this? Because there's a couple different remotes. One of them like calls down a bomb, and one of them just teleports you around. I think this is the one that just teleports you around. Well, I'll go next floor and pop it and find out. Hopefully not kill myself, because that would be awful. So Larry Jr. in a open room is much easier than Larry Jr. in a room with rocks all in it. So you back up to full health, we get rotten meat, which is a health up. And on down to the next floor. Alright, let's use... It is the teleport one, okay. So we have a thing that teleports you to a random room, which is... I don't know, doesn't seem very useful to me. So you look at our map, you can see we already know where stuff is. And teleport us 1 room left is even less useful. So we already know where things are, so we can kind of make our way towards whatever room we want. So here is a golden chest which takes the key. We only have one key. We want to save that for our item room right here. So we're going to leave that chest alone for now. We might get more keys to come back to it. But for the most part, your order of opening things is going to be, for me, it's treasure room, shop, golden chest. Assuming you have 15 cents to spend at the item room. If you don't, you still want to go to buy something for 7 cents, because sometimes things are on sale. But not always. So sometimes you don't want to risk it, and you'll just open the treasure chest, the golden chest first. Okay, so we picked up our bomb guy here, so we're going to open the tinted rock with our bomb guy instead of wasting a bomb for it. And that gives us a spirit heart and another bomb. And because we have the compass, we know the boss is this way, so we will work our way over to him. These guys shoot once they see you, so you can. They're fairly straightforward. Just, you know, make sure when you dodge over and up, not straight backwards into the other one, because they can't shoot through the rocks. So on our map, there's a small skull. Like the big skull is our level boss. The small skull is one of the 7 deadly sins. Let's go fight it. Let's see who it is. Sometimes I'll give you an item. It is Pride. So Pride is an annoying little boss. He does that, which is why you should always stay in the cardinal directions to Pride. It also does those bomb things, which is what actually makes him dangerous. If he can be said to be dangerous. Because usually what Pride will do is he'll drop those bombs, which makes you get in a certain move to get away from them, and then he will do that like diagonal shot thing. Now that you're trying to get away from the bombs, then you'll be hit by it. This is the Book of Anarchy, or Anarchist Cookbook. I don't actually want it. Anarchist Cookbook does exactly what you saw Pride do with the bombs. It just randomly drops bombs all over the place, hitting whoever it happens to hit, including you. So it's a rather dangerous item, actually. So we have Monstro. He jumps around like this. He also does that shot that he won't do now. Okay, so there you see he has the animation that he does before he actually shoots. So once he does the animation, he's kind of locked into that direction shooting. So once he does it, just like half circle up, or quarter circle up to the top of the screen, or bottom of the screen, or just away from whatever direction you're pointed. He also does that big jump he does. And when he does that big jump, he's always jumping towards you. So once you see him jump, just, run to the other side of the screen. Monster is fairly straightforward once you get used to it. And we unlocked Radioactive Spider. Radioactive Spider, I believe, is the item that lets your tears slow people sometimes. We didn't get that, we just unlocked it, so it's available to be found later or in another run. These are Mom's Heals. They give us a range up, so we are now shooting 3/4 away across the screen or so. Based off some arcane rules I don't fully understand, sometimes you can get a devil room. I think it's based on how well you do on the floor, so if you do well, you get a room. Oh, okay. So I was going to explain devil rooms, but we got the special devil room with Krampus in it, so we could die right here. Should be an awful way to start this video. So let's actually pop the death card here. Do some more damage to him. Not as much as I'd liked, but should not have been hit there, but okay. So Krampus does this. He shoots 2 shots, a 3 and a quad shot. He makes the animation, then he does a little cross thing, explodes and hurts you badly. That's all he really does. Like, he's not... If you can keep distance on him, there are worse bosses. If you can't keep distance, like we're not doing a good job up here because he's staying too much in the middle of the screen, then he can be hard to dodge. Especially if you don't have a lot of speed, like we don't have a lot of speed. we're doing base speed, which isn't bad, but is not good at all. So normally in the devil room, you don't find Krampus. You find the devil, or a statue of the devil, with 2 items. 2 random devil room items. And those items, like the shop, instead of having a coin cost above them, they'll have a heart cost above them. I really should not lose the Krampus. Okay. So I have 2 items sitting here. And, you know, one will say like have like 1 red heart under it, and then will have like, you know, 2 red hearts. And if you pick them up, you lose your heart containers, however many it says, but you get the item. So that can be good or bad based off, you know, how much health you have and how good the item is. But sometimes, instead of that, Krampus appears. When you beat Krampus, you always get the same item. It is the lump of coal. What the lump of coal does is, when you're shooting, it turns your tears black. The farther your shots travel, the more damage they do. So it's good for you if you now try to shoot everything from range. Don't get up close to anything, because your shots do more damage. So it's a pretty good little item. Krampus is just a fairly difficult early boss, as you saw. Yeah, he was added in the... So for our purposes, he counts as the base game. He's not part of the expansion. He was added during a Halloween update, I believe. That could be wrong, unless there's somebody yell at me if that's wrong. But I believe he was added as a Halloween update back in 2011, I guess. That seems right. It couldn't be 2012. That's too soon. We don't have any keys, so that blows. I need keys. We might go fight that 7th Deadly Sin mini-boss any moment. I gotta remind myself of those guys to back away because I have a lump of coal now. Alright, so we'll blow up that rock right there to get to that chest. Hopefully it has a key in it. That's our goal there. Now I do want to have 2 keys in it, but that's not gonna happen. So let's hope. Give me a key? No, not a key. So we have a red heart, which is not useful. I mean, it's not bad. The way I've been playing this morning, you know, it could end up being very useful. But we shall see. So let's go, you know, let's go fight this guy. Whoever this is might give us the key, I guess. It is Sloth. So Sloth does this. You've now seen his 2 attacks. He throws a giant bomb at you, and he spits those little chargy maggot things. Try to keep some range, because Lump of Coal does a lot of damage at range. High Priestess. High Priestess, I get this and the Empress mixed up like every single time. High Priestess drops a giant foot down on the screen and kills enemies. If you are the only thing in the room, if there are no enemies, it will drop down and hurt you. You know, word of warning. You can kill yourself with the High Priestess Guard. Which is, you know, actually a fairly common theme in Issac. You can kill yourself with things that help you. But that's okay. Once you know how it works, it's fairly difficult to kill yourself with it. So there's just some random money sitting on this floor, which is nice. And finally a key and 19 cents. So depending on who's talking, they might tell you to go to the shop and spend your key there. Yeah, shoot the whoop, which I will show what it does in the boss room. The idea being that the shop may have a key for you to buy, so you could actually go to the shop and the item room. That might be smart, I don't know. I subscribe to the idea that usually the item rooms are more valuable because there's a free item than the shop is. So I tend to go there first. Probably take some damage in this room. Yep. Take 2 things damage in this room. This is the one layout that... oh, wow, I got hit 3 times in this room by flies. That's embarrassing. This is the one layout that, I mean, not guaranteed to get you hit by those guys, but if you're going to get hit, this layout is the one that's going to do it to you. So there's a Tinted Rock's going to take us 2 bombs to get to, because they're jerks and put it in the awful spot for us. But we got 2 Spirit Hearts out of that room, so that's not all bad. There are 4 different places the secret room could be, so we're not even going to look for it. So that's what Shoop the Whoop does. Let's pop the Priestess. Priestess does that, which got him within 1 hit of dying. Peep is usually fairly difficult, which is why I thought it was worth killing our High Priestess card for him. We gotta speed up. I guess we'll not be showing you why he's difficult in this run, but I'm sure a later run we will see a lot more of Peep. So we're in the middle. We want to go all kinds of places that we can't really seem to get to well from here. I hate these spike rooms with enemies that explode like this. So it makes dodging a little difficult. But just take it slower. And we should be okay. Maybe. Come on. There we go. Get some more bombs, get some more money. Let's try to the right for our treasure room. Trying to dodge a bullet and walk into an enemy. That's always smart. Clear out some of that room for us, that's nice. And we need a key. You took that rock about hurt me. Come on, blow up. Give me a key. No. You shoot the whoop on those guys. Could use a tears up, could use a damage up. Could really use a tears up. If I can maintain some space, our damage is pretty good with Olympic Gold. But it shoots fairly slowly. Let's need a key. Let's go up here. Hoping nobody like turns our way and tries to kill us. Just walk into my bullets. There you go. That could have gone much worse. But they mostly ignored us, so it's fine. So we have more money. Might as well get the rest of this money too, since it just takes shooting stuff. We have the arcade. So the arcade you can gamble in. Spend your money, maybe get some money. Or after though, is keys. So we're going to gamble our way down to 15 cents. Or until we get some keys. Here we go. No, I want a key. Come on now. Let's see what this pill is. Bombs or keys. So now we have 8 keys. Alright. So now I want some bombs. Keys aren't more important to us right now though, so we will still play down to 15 cents. Which is now, unless we get more money from this. And of course we did. We can, this will take a heart for money. So since we have hearts sitting here, we might as well play. So not only spending too much time in here, but we do have 0 bombs, which, I mean, doesn't necessitate that we do something, but, you know, almost does. Alright, let's see what that... Give some bombs. Come on, game. Okay, 2 more cents. Red hearts. Okay, let's spend our red hearts at the blood bank. The blood bank, besides giving you money, can eventually explode and give you a health up in the form of the IV bag. What is this? Choose this pill. Tell pills. It's like you are done with that room. Get out of here. That's fine. We have our keys now. Where did it take us? It took us to the other side of the map, which is fine. We had to go this way anyway eventually. So as I clear these rooms out now. These rooms are safer if you stick to the top of the map. There is a bomb if we decide we want to risk it later. Which we probably will if we have no bombs later. We'll risk walking on these spikes. So let's see what's in our... Yeah, Brother Bobby. Which is pretty much a... counts as a damage up. We have a Steam Sale. I'm not positive that's worth it, but let's buy it anyway. And let's not buy the Spirit Heart. So that leaves us with 6 cents. And 2 more floors, which have shops on them for us to buy stuff. I did not make that. But we did get a bomb, so it's not a complete loss. Try not to get shot in the face here or anything. Sometimes it just works. You can stand like right there at the beginning of this, these rooms and just open fire, and nothing ever looks your way. It's kind of nice. Gertie. So we'll try to not kill these little nub things first, because they are the most dangerous things going on here. Shoot the whoop him for a little bit. Dodge over here. Dodge back. And you're just watching his hands. See those hands pop up? With his hands up, he's going to do something. He's going to summon some flies. He's going to make that shot. I moved too soon just there. And they're going to shoot towards where you are when they start the animation. So that's kind of your cue to get out of the way. And sometimes you're fast enough, sometimes you're not, just how Gertie goes. Gertie is a very difficult boss when you first start playing him. But he becomes easier once you, like most bosses, once you get their patterns down, they are not nearly as bad. Tears Up makes us shoot faster. Okay, a real devil room this time. This is what I was saying earlier. You come in, and the shovel wants 3 Spirit Hearts, which we don't even have, so we can't buy that. And Brimstone wants 2. So if I take Brimstone, it will take off. We'll do it. So he took off 2 heart containers. And we got Brimstone. So we are now much... Well, we can take less hits. It's about to be more likely to die, but we wouldn't have done it for more likely to die, right? So we do more damage. We do better damage. Because basically, Brimstone does that. It's piercing, it's basically a piercing spectral shot. It goes through things. It hits multiple enemies. It's got some good power to it. It's doing more damage than I was expecting, so I'm thinking it's synergizing really well with the color, which is good because we could use some power. Okay, so let's go see what our thing is here. Lard. Lard gives you 2 red hearts, which is great, but makes you slower. That's really slow. So that's... Oh, okay, these rooms, as you saw, just closed on us. This room only opens if you have full health, which we had before we got Lard, but now we don't, so we can't go in there until we get health back. So Lard kind of depends on your situation if you want to take it or not. In this case, I think we're going to be fighting at range anyway. We already have something that gives us piercing, spectral, full range shots. And there is Greed. I should have seen him on the map, or noticed he wasn't anywhere else on the map and not coming here. But we're doing crazy damage with Brimstone, so it is fine. Greed is definitely the more difficult of the 7 Deadly Sin bosses. And sometimes, at seemingly random, I'm not sure what the math is behind it for the game, he'll just show up in the shop and effectively mean you lose a shop for that floor, which sucks. There was a, I'm not sure, oh, Bobby. I'll use my last bomb for that. Good grief, that stinks. I'll use my last bomb for this, though. That might be better. And it's not Justice. Maybe it is. Okay, pop Justice. Justice gives you 4 random items. So it gave us back our bomb and key we used to get in there. And there's the power Brimstone. Doesn't even care that you shoot those guys in the back. Does not even care. Okay, so let's try our Depths boss, Monstro 2. So Monstro, if you can get him in the pattern, because like you see, he also shoots a Brimstone. If he falls out of this pattern, Monstro 2 is actually a fairly difficult boss, you know, for the Depths bosses. Because what he does, like the first Monstro, he jumps around, like you saw before. Except that when he lands, he drops 4 of these red flies that, when they explode, they shoot in all 4 directions. So trying to kill them while not being hit by them, while still shooting Monstro, is rather difficult. So let's get another health up, and let's go see what the devil wants. The devil wants to give us the Pact, which is a damage up. Or the dead cat. The dead cat, I think, is worthless. Let's see, we have 5 red hearts. That would give us 3 red hearts and a spirit heart. Let's take the Pact and just show it to you. Oh, and unlocks Eve. Oh yes, and the Pact also gives you spirit hearts, so that was a good deal. Okay, so we unlocked Eve because we did 2 deals with the devil in 1 playthrough. We'll talk about Eve in a minute. Dead Bird comes with Eve. And Curse comes with Eve as well. So the dead cat moves your health down to 1 heart, but it gives you 9 lives. So you can die 8 times, and when you come back with 1 heart, which I don't know, is awful. So even like now, it would take us from having, you know, 5.5 hearts to 1 heart, which just doesn't seem worth it to me, like ever. It's a pretty rare circumstance that dead cat's, you know, a worthwhile pickup. Let's go look for the secret room, not secret room, the treasure room first. We don't make our way down to that shop. The magnet draws things to you. So if you have things that are like behind rocks, across chasms or whatever, it will go out and pull them in for you, which is kind of useful. It will also, not so useful, it will also, when enemies drop bombs or get those troll bombs in a chest, they will also be drawn to you. So that's a thing. So we have a speed up. We'll buy that. We don't need that key. This is actually the last floor because it's our first run. So we will buy the spirit heart because we're going to fight the boss in 2 rooms. So there's no point in having money after this. So we're going to go fight Mom. Mom is actually a difficult boss. Like in this game, oh, you do unlock other bosses, like later. Those bosses I consider to be easier than this fight. We have Brimstone, so hopefully all is well. So she can pop out of any of those 4 sides that you see. She'll have a shadow on the ground that will, you know, also do that. Enemies spawn out the different sides. Shoot the loop is good for us. Brimstone is good for this fight because when things spawn, it gives you some more crowd control. Because it does piercing and high damage and all that stuff. So I'm not making this fight look as hard as it will in later sessions, I'm sure. That's because I have Brimstone.
Isaac was cornered.
And this
His
is
mother,
ending
fueled
1.
with the desire to serve her God, was bearing down on Isaac. I will do as I'm told, my lord. I love you above all else, Isaac's mother repeated to herself. This was the end of the line for Isaac. His mother was far too strong for him. But just as he accepted his fate, God intervened, sending an angel down from above to stop his mother's hand. And just like that, it was over.
And that was the first of hopefully many mom kills. We've just seen, I think, the epilogue. I don't think that counts as ending 1. I think that was the epilogue ending. We played as Isaac, because that's what you have to do the first time. The next time we play through, we will have 2 more floors unlocked, so we can go up and fight Mom's Heart. And we should have unlocked some other items, which I'll talk about next video. This has been Binding of Isaac. I am Christopher. I'll see you next time.